Alrighty, welcome back. So, here's the mission I've been working on in the mission editor. This is kind of what I got going on. Again, this is nowhere near complete, but it is complete enough that you can get up and try it and fool around with it and blow things up, which is cool. I didn't put in a briefing or anything yet. I just shows the known threats, shows my allied flights, and the player is the Hornet, basically. So the player is who the mission, I believe, is aimed towards. So let's start this guy up and see what we got here. So basically, I can go to my F-14, which is going to be sitting on the deck of the carrier. And as I said earlier, how I set these guys up, this is what it looks like. To add a little bit of character to it, instead of just having a carrier with nothing on it. I got a helicopter, I got a drone, I got an F-14 sitting here, got a couple F-18s sitting there. And then this guy's on the deck waiting to go. Let me reset my track IR. Check that everything's here, looks like it's ready to go. Let me spool up to, somebody said 90% instead of 100, so, you know, whatever. I'll give them the old salute. Let's see if they get me off the deck.
Shit.
Okay, I don't know why that happens sometimes, but I do find it amusing that Jester starts going shit. So anyway, this gives me an opportunity to show you what I did anyway with the other guys. So here's the enemies that I'd set up. Looks like the flankers have already taken off and they're headed out doing their thing. These are the Vigans that are lining up and starting to get ready to taxi and do their thing. And ahead of them are the MiG-29s that I set up as an escort. So let's see what these flankers are doing, if they're going to do what I told them this time, or if they're just going to buzz around the damn airfield, because I did give them an order to perform, which was search and engage in a specific area. So I'm just going to go back, choose another slot. I don't know why, like every now and again, the damn Tomcat ends up in the drink like that. Turn that on, turn that on. That's set up, that's set up. Okay. Now that one's smooth. Like I said, I really don't understand sometimes why in the Hornet, most of the time I launch just fine without issue. Other times I end up having some kind of problem. So I'm going to turn my automatic here to get me to my waypoints. Gonna head around this way. There we go. Picking up some speed instead of bleeding it off right away like a moron. Get a little bit of altitude here. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some more ships to my carrier group to add a little bit more atmosphere. And I probably should have did that in the beginning, but I'm kind of winging it here today. It's July 4th. I have the day off. I don't have to do anything till later with the family, so this is kind of my relaxing and off time to really enjoy what I want to do here. I also recently got a new monitor, 49-inch Asus ultra wide, which is like 3840 by 19 or 3840 by 1080, 144 hertz, and it's so cool. And I also upgraded my video card to a 1080 Ti, and I'm getting some really awesome frame rates. What you're seeing in the video, though, are my frame rates at 1080, which is really impressive compared to what I had before. I'm probably getting 40% less at 3840 by 10. No, not even 30, not even 40. I'd say maybe 20%. I'm getting about 80 to 100 frames per second when I go in that mode, but I have to use 1080 resolution, 1920 by 1080 for my videos because the software seems to work better in that resolution for some reason. If I do the widescreen, it comes up all weird when I try to upload it to YouTube. So anyway, fun stuff nonetheless, and I'm really enjoying what I got going on here. It was definitely a worthwhile upgrade from the 2060, but I must admit, the RTX 2060 is still a beast of a card. And now they just came out with like a 2060 Super that uses a 2070 chip, which is insanely faster. But again, even the regular vanilla 2060 is not a bad option for DCS on a single screen. I did fine with it for, you know, since I got into it. Okay, these guys are still getting ready to take off. Flankers or the fulcrums are doing their thing right now. Looks like my SU-27s are doing exactly what I told them since I gave them the waypoint, plus the search and engage command. So they're headed to the coast. And those should be the first guys that I intercept. I already see them over here on my RWR. So as you can see, it's not terribly difficult to create a mission. It's a little overwhelming at first because there's so many things in that damn mission editor, you know? But again, with a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of time, it's pretty cool and pretty damn immersive, you know? While DCS really is a sandbox and they don't give you much in terms of the single player stuff, and you know, the campaigns are okay, the scripted missions that they have they're actually fun, I'll give them credit. I just wish there was more of them, but I'm starting to realize that where the longevity is in DCS world, and it really is in the mission editor. Because these are the missions that I create for my friends and I to get online and, you know, have some fun. So up to this point, I've been creating pretty much turkey shoots, just a bunch of planes that continue to spawn over and over again to give us basically some practice, because my friends are my nephew and another kid that is basically his friend that I've known forever that's like a nephew to me as well, and they're in their late 20s and early 30s now, and they got families and stuff, but we get together weeknights after work, and I'm an hour away from my nephew and probably 8 hours away from my other friend that's like a nephew to me, which is one of his friends, and we really enjoy this, but they're catching on rather quick. But the missions for the turkey shoot scenario has basically been to let us hone our skills at the whole air-to-air thing. And it's worked out rather well, because I've been able to create really fun, really cool missions where we could just get in there and blast the shit out of everything and then get bored and chase each other's tails around and, you know, see what we can do against each other in PvP for shits and giggles, more or less. And like I said, I'm starting to realize where the longevity of DCS world is, and it's definitely in this mission editor, and you can make some really cool things. Like, check this. These guys are up, and they're doing their thing now. They're headed to the coast to go do their bombing run. And these guys are out ahead like they should be. So, I'm probably going to run into them first. Surprised I haven't picked them up yet, although I guess I should probably go to the right mode, go to a 4-bar maybe. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and bore you to death with my you know, average mission that I've created, but I just wanted to show you how fun and easy it is, and basically what you can end up doing on your own. Like I said, don't be afraid of it. It's not terribly difficult. It's just overwhelming because you do see a lot of options and you don't know what each option is, but I'm going to keep editing this mission here and give you guys the steps as I go along, which I've done so far. So first part, I went in and said, hey, look, this is how you could create triggers that allow you to create messages that pop up on the screen and tell you, you know, once something is done, you could basically type anything you want. Game over, man, and then more guys spawn in or something, you know, or that's going to leave a mark, you'll pay for that, and then another group will spawn in. Or once you've killed a group, another group will spawn in that you don't know about, and you can, you know, even go in there and hide them on the map even, which is rather cool and challenging. So anyway, about the 10-minute mark, I don't want to sit here and waste your time anymore. But these guys are definitely doing what I told them to do in the last 2 videos. So give the mission editor a shot. I don't think you can hurt anything. It's super fun. And again, if you guys have any comments or suggestions, I'm always listening and I'm always reading. And I really enjoy interfacing with you guys whenever you guys do have anything to say. And I try to be right on top of, you know, answering. And I'm always willing to learn new stuff too, because, you know, like I said, this mission editor is hardcore. There's so much stuff in here. So until next time, thanks for watching.